Okay, so let's get right into it. You know that feeling, right? You're lying in bed, it's totally quiet, but your mind is just racing, replaying conversations, worrying about tomorrow. Yeah, if that sounds like you, you're in the right place. We're going to figure out why our brains decide the middle of the night is the perfect time to be the absolute loudest. And look, let's just start with probably the single most important idea in this whole thing. It's a really powerful thought, so just let it land for a second. People who overthink at night aren't broken. They're just unprocessed.
And that one word, it changes everything. It completely reframes this whole experience, right? It's not some flaw in your character. It's just a backlog, a pile of emotions and thoughts that you haven't gotten around to dealing with yet.
Okay, so that leads us right into our first big idea here, the nightly replay. And the big question is, why? Why does our mind wait until we're trying to sleep to do all of its most intense work? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple. Think about it. During the day, we are masters of staying busy. We've got a million and one things to do, and our brain is just focused on getting it all done. It's kind of like our day is a performance. We're working, we're putting on that smile for meetings, we're firing off emails and texts. We're basically doing everything we can to distract ourselves from what's really going on underneath. We're putting on a show, and all those real feelings, they're just waiting in the wings, backstage. But then, the day ends. All that noise, the deadlines, the social masks, the phone buzzing, it just fades away. And in that quiet, the mind finally goes, here's my chance. It finally has the space it needs to speak up.
So, this brings us to the real psychology behind all this. Let's think of it as a delayed conversation.
Now, the official term for this is delayed emotional processing. What does that mean? Basically, your brain just puts your feelings on hold. It literally postpones dealing with them until you're no longer in what it sees as survival mode, your crazy busy day. It waits until you finally have that quiet space to actually sort through it all. And this chart here, it lays it out perfectly. On the one hand, you've got your daytime mind. It's all survival mode, right? Just focused on tasks, deadlines, wearing those social masks. There's literally no room to feel anything. But then, you switch over to the nighttime mind. It's processing mode. All the distractions are gone, your nervous system finally slows down, and the mind is basically like, all right, it's our time. Now we talk. Okay, so knowing why this happens is huge. That's step one. But the big question is, what do we actually do about it? So in this next part, we're going to get super practical with 3 tools you can use to listen to your mind instead of just trying to fight it.
All right, so here are the 3 big strategies. First, give your mind a container. This just means writing down all those looping thoughts. You're not solving them, you're just acknowledging them so your brain can stop repeating them. Second, create a transition ritual. Super simple. Just 10 minutes of quiet, some slow breathing. It's a signal to your body that the day is officially over. And third, and this one is a game changer, ask a better question. And we're going to dive into that one right now.
So here's the absolute key. You have to stop trying to silence your thoughts. Seriously, when we try to shut them up, we're basically teaching our brain that these thoughts are dangerous. And what does it do? It holds on even tighter. So acceptance, that's where we have to start. And this brings us back to that third tool, asking a better question. Because let's be honest, most of us get stuck in this awful loop, right? We ask ourselves, why am I like this? And it's just a total dead end. There's no good answer to that question. So instead of that, try asking this. What emotion didn't I let myself feel today? See the difference? This question isn't about judging yourself. It's about being curious. It opens up this door to actually understanding yourself. Maybe it was that little flash of anger I pushed down, or that disappointment I didn't want to deal with. And you know what's cool? There's actual science behind why this works. It's called affect labeling. And studies have shown that when you can just put a name to a strong feeling, you actually activate the more logical parts of your brain and calm down the emotional parts. So just by saying, oh, okay, that's disappointment I'm feeling, you literally dial down its intensity. You take away its power.
Okay, all of this is building to our final and honestly most powerful idea. We're calling it the mind's drive to heal. And this is where we're going to completely reframe what those racing thoughts are all about.
I really want you to hear this, because this is a total game changer. Your mind doesn't overthink to punish you. It's not broken. It's overthinking to heal you. You know all those moments it keeps playing over and over? That's your brain trying to make sense of things. It's trying to process stuff that felt unresolved. It's literally searching for closure on things from the day that just didn't feel finished.
So you see, the goal completely shifts. It's not about trying to find an off switch for your brain. The real goal is to learn how to listen to what your mind is trying to tell you, and to do it without all the judgment.
And that really leaves us with this final thought. Your mind isn't a problem that needs fixing. It's just a part of you that's asking for a little honesty, a little attention. So the only question left is, are you ready to listen?